2 days after I posted this video to say that altcoin season indicators were flashing, the market has taken a massive dump. Okay, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the show. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys were super pleased to open up your portfolio this morning and see many coins down 5, 10, 15%. As was I. Obviously not. But I came on to YouTube today and I checked the comments. Smallpox here made a nice little comment to say, every time you make these videos we dump, can you take a long break please? Now, put this at the beginning of the video because I know some of you guys, you don't hear the very last things that I do say in the video. Sometimes they're the most important bits. Now, when I say that these indicators are flashing, when I'm showing you guys the charts, I do let you guys know that we're looking at the daily and weekly time frame. However, it's very easy to be sucked into the day-to-day movements of the price, and we're at a point in the market where everybody wants to know exactly why every single 15-minute candle has moved. Now, Bitcoin is breaking down of this triangle pattern that we were in for the past couple of weeks, right? Since beginning of March, we've been in this, guys. And there's actually a larger descending resistance above us, right? So a lot of people were shorting at 88k. I just let it happen, wait for a confirmation breakdown. Now we're having 4 hourly and daily closes. We can say, you know what, if we want to enter a short, maybe we could put a tight stop at around 86k and then ride this thing down. Now, we'd hope that it's only a smaller triangle breakout happening, because that would still mean that we are getting higher lows at around 79k. However, if we are getting a breakdown from this like larger triangle, then 73k is going to sweep these lows and is actually going to be the perfect retest of previous range high. Now, I was in the camp of expecting this low to be the low. Okay, things can change. Ideally, we'd like to see this low hold. Okay, something similar to what happened when we were at 40k. We had a low here, we had a lower low, then we had a higher low, right? Change in structure. For all of you guys to see it, we had a low here, we had a lower low, we had a higher low, change in structure. Ethereum's dragging pretty much all the altcoins down with it. It's down 6% today. We actually broke out of this rising wedge. Rising wedge breakdown target is going to be $1,812, in which I will start to pick up some more Ethereum. Now, I do want to remind you guys of the chart that I have on my pinned comment on X. 1800 was on the cards. That was contrarian when we were at like 2.5k, right? We got down to 1800. Next up is 1618 if the pain continues, which is going to be 1348. Ideally, would not like to see that. Ideally, would like to see us either find a bottom at this rising wedge and then maybe start to print higher lows in the structure and make our way for a breakout, maybe mid to late April. If not, then really I would like to see this lower area of the channel being held. And then last chance saloon is going to be the 1618. I'm not panicking because we planned this ahead of time. I know it sucks for our altcoins because yesterday they said please hold and now it says looking for higher low, still in the bottoming out zone, guys. We rejected from it, okay? So we haven't had the weekly close outside of this range, and that's why, again, I say to you guys, you need to have the breakouts and retests as a confirmation before we can start to get super long on our altcoins. But for now, again, maybe we do break out. Maybe this is a bear trap leading into the end of March. You guys know there's a lot of confluence with other charts, aka global M2, aka historical seasonality for Bitcoin leading into April, to say that we should be finding a bottom pretty soon. Now, what could one explanation be, guys? It could be that if we go on the 24-hour liquidation heat map, we had a lot of liquidity here at 84k. Now we've got it above our heads at 86k. But if we do go to a larger time frame, still a little bit more liquidity below us. That's probably like, what, 83-ish k? Still large amounts of liquidity above us. So we could just be having the sweep to get the lower liquidity into early April. All the bears start to stack up their shorts here. Boom, liquidity starts to stack up even more at these 90k regions. You're starting to see a lot more liquidity here because everyone is shorting, expecting us to go to like 70k or so. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys do watch Benjamin Cohen's channel. He did actually make a good video about the death crosses, and I've seen this happen so many times on different time frames over so many years, and I do agree with what he's saying. Now, so far in this bull run, every time we've had a death cross or we've been approaching a death cross, there has been a low, aka final low, aka bear trap, before the continuation of the uptrend. We've had it once, we've had it twice. Could this be the third time? However, in the previous bull market, it did also mark the top. Okay, so these things can go either way. The word death cross, or the name death cross, is going to put a lot of fear into the market. But usually the death cross just implies that the worst of it should be behind us. This is like a fear baiting shakeout to convince everyone in the market that, right, death cross is in, top's in, the same way they thought top's in here, same way they thought top's in here, same way they think the top is in here, before we've even reached, like at this point it was 87k, right? Before we'd even reached any lower levels, people are getting super fearful. Okay, so maybe the death cross does print, and then we can expand higher. And this has been going around on the timeline as well, guys. MVRV, every time Bitcoin does bump the MVRV, it has marked a local bottom for Bitcoin, and then we have gone to print higher highs. So Ethereum looks like it wants 1800. Okay, that's where I will start to pick up some more Ethereum. If we do break below 1800, then 1679 is going to be a big area to pick up another bag of ETH. Then I'll pick up another bag of ETH down here. Then one final bag of ETH at the 1618. Sticking to the plan. Bitcoin could be on its way to 79k for the last few days of March. And again, that would shake out a lot of investors. However, guys, it would still technically be a high low in the macro. Now, one thing we do need to keep an eye on as well before we do end the video is going to be the others. So the total crypto market cap excluding the top 10, and this will be a big reason as to why a lot of us are feeling the pain for our altcoins, because a lot of us don't hold the coins that are making up the majority of the total 3, that are pushing up the total 3. And guys, it's represented in a chart like this. Okay, so we really do need to see some sort of recovery for the others, because right now on the weekly it looks like we're starting to break below the 100 MA. Previously, when we were revisiting the 100 MA, this was a great time of accumulation, massive fear part of the market. However, if you accumulated your others in this zone here, again, you would have been able to enjoy massive rallies of 128% for your others. Obviously represented a lot more in the individual coin. We must keep an eye that we don't start to completely break these lows. Otherwise, we can add this to the conclusion that maybe the altcoin season may not be what we once thought it was, guys. But for now, we don't panic, we don't act emotionally, we act accordingly, and we let the market do its thing over the weekend. But that's it, guys. Was I right? Was I wrong about altcoin season? You guys let me know in the comments right now. Let's take a chill pill. If you made it this far, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment. I'm going to see you tomorrow, guys. Peace.